Hi, I'm Adil. I've decided to start sharing community tours and neighborhood reviews here in Tampa, and I thought there is no better place to begin than the community I chose for myself. So today, I want to introduce myself a little more and show you around the place I call home. When I moved to Tampa from New York in 2022, I spent weeks just driving around, exploring neighborhoods, trying to understand the area, and figuring out where I could really see myself living. One day, almost by accident, I discovered this gated community tucked away in the back. I didn't even know it existed. There are only 55 homes here, which immediately made it feel intimate and private. And the first time I drove through, I felt something different. It was quiet, it felt established, it felt intentional. At the time, I wasn't even sure anything would be available, but luckily, one home had just come on the market, and that's how I ended up here. So, let me show you why this place stood out to me. One of the things I value most is privacy. As a husband and father of two daughters, safety and peaceful environments were important to me when choosing where to live. Because this community is gated and tucked away, there's very little through traffic. It feels calm, almost hidden, which is something I really appreciate. This community was built in 1997, and what makes this neighborhood interesting is the contrast. On one side, you have larger lakefront homes, more expansive layouts, bigger lots, and beautiful water views. On the other side, there are mid-sized homes that still feel upscale but are more family-oriented in scale. It creates a balanced feel, different lifestyles within one community. The houses on the left, the square footage is around 2,500 to it's between 2,500 and 3,000. Another feature that stood out to me is the private residence on the boat dock. We're gonna come back to it later on towards the end of the video. The entrance to the dock is on my right side, so we're gonna make the full loop first, and then we'll come back to it. So right here on the right side is the last lakefront home. So we're approaching a small playground now on our right hand side. It does have a basketball and a tennis court and a small play area. I'm going to show it to you up close. So I'm a big tennis fan, and honestly, that played a role in my decision. Being able to walk across the street and play whenever I want to is something I really value. Now let's head back to the boat dock. Um, so there are also some cons in living in this community. One of the complaints I've heard is our community doesn't have a clubhouse, and I've also noticed that since our community is right on the road, the traffic has been really aggressive here, and sometimes it becomes challenging just to get out of the community. So that is one of the challenges that I have faced. Uh, Mind you, this community does have HOA, but it does not have CDD. So we're heading towards the stop sign, and we'll make a right here. And so the entrance to the boat dock is between two houses, and we'll make a left into the entrance. Coming up here is the boat ramp. So I'm gonna show you the boat dock up close. As you can see, there is a community across the lake as well. That's one of the original community that was built in 1969. That is also a very highly a desired neighborhood. I'm going to do a tour of that community as well in the next week or so. So for me, buying here wasn't just about the house. It was about privacy, lifestyle, amenities, and long-term value. I hope you enjoyed the tour, and I'll see you next time.